the crab having sawtooth claws and being associated with carpentry, of all things, which is really interesting because in The Wizard of Oz, my correspondence for Cancer is the Tin Man, and he was a woodsman. He had his axe. And there's a few kind of Christ-like connections with Cancer as well, I would say. And Jupiter being exalted in Cancer, I think kind of lends itself to that. And him being a carpenter, obviously, is kind of what I'm getting around to.
Jesus was embalmed with aloe, myrrh and aloe, specifically 100 pounds of it before they wrapped the body in linens.
We all know aloe. It's the time of year to put some aloe on your sunburn. It's the time of year to put some aloe on the firework burn. It's the time of year to put some aloe on your hot, hot skin.
Cancer is the energy in the zodiac that's ruled by the moon.
In the Ayurvedic tradition, this plant is called Kumari, which is a Sanskrit word that means maiden. And it's highly revered in the Ayurvedic tradition because it is a plant that can reduce or pacify all three of the doshas. There's herbs that'll pacify one of those or two of those. This one, it gets them all. It pacifies and helps out all of these parts of the body. This is a plant that is anti-parasitic, but also has a microbiome balancing aspect. So that would be really helpful topically.
I like to pair aloe with DMSO. Do your research on it first, just because you have to be careful with it. But in terms of being able to bring the nourishment into your skin really deeply, very quickly, aloe and DMSO are a match made in heaven. I'll take aloe, DMSO, and rose water and use that as a facial night treatment. Same thing with the scalp care.
The ancient Greeks allegedly believed it would cure baldness. When you start looking into the antiquity of aloe use, it's been just about every claim imaginable been applied to it. My favorite was that Alexander the Great supposedly kept aloe in wagons or carts where it could be planted there and transported so that it would stay alive and stay fresh as a medicine for healing soldiers' wounds in battle.
It's a herb that is just very cleansing on the inside of the body, very cooling. Worked with this herb for a couple of cases of people that had, I didn't realize it at the time, but they had some internal bleeding, and I was told afterwards that the aloe that they consumed was something that put an end to that. So that was really, really interesting. Whenever there's some internal distress, we can always work with something like aloe, which will be very, very fortifying.
There's a lot of aloe puns going on in the chat right now. I appreciate it. The Aloesinian mysteries. Good one. Now I got some Borkin dogs. Great.
It's appropriate. You always see two dogs on the moon card, right?
Ooh, good point.